ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are now arriving at, what do we say, project 3 or 4 we're pulling up on.
This is project 3 of the day.
All right, man, let's go. Nick, tell everyone what it's all about.
This is one of our Amelia models. It's a 1,540 square foot block home that, you know, we always talk about transparency here. This is one of those things that we weren't expecting in this construction cycle, but the trusses got manufactured wrong on this one.
Oh, geez, Louise.
So
man.
we have to have our trusses remanufactured, and they're getting ready to be dropped. Supposed to be sometime this week, but it's looking like it's going to be next week.
I love the fact of how high this is and how the feel of it coming up to it.
Yeah.
How much dirt have we brought in on this one? This is just shifted around.
We brought in about 18 loads on this one.
Nick, can you tell everyone why we are doing this now, please, for everyone? Because honestly, we're one of the first to make this happen.
It's just another weatherproofing. It's another peace of mind. So we go ahead and we seal up the actual block before the windows go in. So what'll end up happening on this is we'll have a wood buck that gets attached to the inside of the block. It's going to be pressure treated. And then that window will basically sit right on the front of this recess in the sill. But before all of the penetrations go into the block of the actual PT, we go ahead and seal up the block itself. And then we'll actually come back with a second layer of like an elastomeric on top of all that before the window actually gets set.
And when Nick is saying by elastomeric, that expands and contracts with the house. A lot of people don't recognize that, but we do live in Florida. You're trying to keep it at 72 inside, it's 104 outside, and your house is breathing. So you need that expansion. That's why you do elastomeric paint. And paint, once again, we've said over and over again, is the #1 barrier for water moisture to come inside your house. This stuff here,
feel the difference in temperature between the white and the actual raw block.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Oh yeah, because the sun, oh yeah, I mean from the sun beating in it all day in the east, and you can tell this is completely different. I mean, what would the cost be, you think, to do the whole house like that, just for those purposes? What do you think?
Maybe $2,000.
Right, I mean, who knows, it might be, at least give it an option for the customers. I'll tell you, this is really important too, on your second story houses around wood, because that's when you get the most expansion, on a second story.
Well, your areas that you're losing the most energy efficiency are always going to be around your window and door openings.
Yep.
So whatever we can do to reduce that is ideal.
Welcome home. What's the square footage, Nick?
1,540 square feet.
And I see
we're about 2,100 under roof.
We still chose to go at an angle.
So this homeowner specifically requested it. We went ahead and redesigned this entire kitchen area. And then you'll see over here how we normally go ahead and do the washer dryer in here.
That's in the garage.
They actually bumped this one into the garage, and they made this like a little wet bar area.
Oh, okay.
Or dry bar area, I'm sorry.
Dry bar area. I like that. Obviously takes room up in the garage. Did you do some shifting here for that or not really?
We did a very minor shifting, but they only use one car in the garage anyway.
Okay.
So it's a 2-car garage size. They have plenty of space.
You put your extra depth in here for your handler and actually for the hot water
so we
heater.
always go ahead and do our air handler here. So this is going to be the condensate line for that air handler, and then a water heater over on that side. So the homeowner that actually purchased this house is actually works for one of the plumbing companies that we operate with.
Okay, I remember this one. Yep. What else we got? What room are we in now? This is our master.
This is the master bedroom.
And then our height on the ceilings?
These are at 8 foot.
These are 8 foot.
So this house is at 8 foot bearing. It's going to be vaulted ceilings though in the living.
And then Nick, tell everyone what these beautiful straps are.
Yep, so all those straps are for all of the trusses. So each truss gets strapped individually. What you'll end up seeing on the framing stage is that the framers will go ahead and set those trusses to whatever side the X is on up here. So these trusses are spaced out specifically. So there's an X on one side, that's the side that the truss has to be set to. And then that strap actually gets bent around the top of the truss and nailed to both sides.
And a lot of people ask, there's so many holes, why don't you fill every hole with a nail? You want to know why? Because that ruins the integrity of the wood. If you keep nailing all this nails into the wood, it's going to crack the wood and it makes it weaker. So there's a system in play. There's a whole SOP in play as well.
Yep.
All right, so you'll come out here, and this is what? Is it a double door or slider? Double door?
So these are typically 6 foot sliders.
6 foot slider.
But I think on this one
it's
they
a double
went
door.
74-inch door, center is probably a French door.
French door. So French door coming out, and then now they're gonna have this beautiful backyard, which they can do whatever they want to it.
So what you'll also see here too, obviously you're not gonna step directly onto the grass outside, right? So we're still gonna come back and we're gonna pour a pad here.
So what is the ETA on completion of this one, boss?
Still probably about 3 months in this one.
So three months, and how far are we into it now?
Well, this one, we've been waiting on trusses for about 3 weeks.
Okay.
So we're probably about 2.5 to 3 months in right now.
Okay, but not bad all in.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's head to the next one.
This is the next project coming up. We finally went ahead and got permits all submitted for it. We're gonna be going ahead and developing that one and selling that one off in retail.
And look at the retail, Josh. $329.9. 1540 square feet, super pretty. It's what we just came from. Same house.
Same house.
329.9, house and lot, 352-585-2149. All right, let's go to the next.
All right, so this one here is another one of the Amelia models that we're actually building for a nonprofit in the area that is going to be selling off this property at retail so that they can go ahead and then take the money that they made in that profit and turn that into multiple low-income houses that they go ahead and put in a little bit better areas for the low-income housing.
And how many of these are we doing over the next year?
A ton.
A ton.
A ton. So this one here is the Amelia model, which is what we just came from on the last two.
Yeah.
However, the ones that they're actually having us build are the Osprey model. That's 1,386 square feet.
Got it.
So we'll be building plenty of those coming up.
All right, on to the next.